Welcome to day 24 of our 31-day series studying the moral and practical advice found in the book of Proverbs intended to help us live virtuous and meaningful lives. Start by reading today's passage, and then take a closer look at the message. Saying 20 Do not envy the wicked, do not desire their company, for their hearts plot violence, and their lips talk about making trouble. Saying 21 By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established, through knowledge its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. Saying 22 The wise prevail through great power, and those who have knowledge muster their strength. Surely you need guidance to wage war, and victory is won through many advisers. Saying 23 Wisdom is too high for fools, in the assembly at the gate they must not open their mouths. Saying 24 Whoever plots evil will be known as a schemer. The schemes of folly are sin, and people detest a mocker. Saying 25 If you falter in a time of trouble, how small is your strength? Rescue those being led away to death, hold back those staggering toward slaughter. If you say, but we knew nothing about this, does not he who weighs the heart perceive it? Does not he who guards your life know it? Will he not repay everyone according to what they have done? Saying 26 Eat honey, my son, for it is good. Honey from the comb is sweet to your taste. Know also that wisdom is like honey for you. If you find it, there is a future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off. Saying 27 Do not lurk like a thief near the house of the righteous, do not plunder the dwelling place, for though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again, but the wicked stumble when calamity strikes. Saying 28 Do not gloat when your enemy falls. When they stumble, do not let your heart rejoice, or the Lord will see and disapprove and turn his wrath away from them. Saying 29 Do not fret because of evildoers or be envious of the wicked, for the evildoer has no future hope, and the lamp of the wicked will be snuffed out. Saying 30 Fear the Lord and the King, my son, and do not join with rebellious officials, for those two will send sudden destruction on him, and who knows what calamities they can bring. These also are sayings of the wise. To show partiality in judging is not good. Whoever says to the guilty, you are innocent, will be cursed by peoples and denounced by nations. But it will go well with those who convict the guilty, and rich blessing will come on them. An honest answer is like a kiss on the lips. Put your outdoor work in order and get your fields ready. After that, build your house. Do not testify against your neighbor without cause. Would you use your lips to mislead? Do not say, I'll do to them as they have done to me, I'll pay them back for what they did. I went past the field of a sluggard, past the vineyard of someone who has no sense. Thorns had come up everywhere, the ground was covered with weeds, and the stone wall was in ruins. I applied my heart to what I observed and learned a lesson from what I saw. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief and scarcity like an armed man. In Proverbs chapter 22 and 23, we studied the first 19 of the 30 sayings of the wise. This collection of 30 sayings continue in chapter 24 and includes sayings 20 through 30. This chapter concludes with additional sayings of the wise, so obviously there is a lot to learn. Let's explore some of the key messages that we find throughout this chapter in the remainder of the 30 sayings. First, let's consider Proverbs chapter 24 verse 6, which says, For by wise guidance you can wage your war, and in abundance of counselors there is victory. This verse reminds us of the importance of seeking guidance and counsel from others. When we are wise and seek the advice of others, we are able to wage war against our enemies and obstacles with confidence and success. But when we are foolish and refuse to seek counsel, we are vulnerable and unable to overcome our challenges. It is important for us to be wise and seek the advice of others, so that we may be victorious in all that we do. Additionally, let's look at Proverbs chapter 24 verse 11, which says, Rescue those who are being taken away to death, hold back those who are stumbling to the slaughter. This verse reminds us of the importance of compassion and intervention. When we see others who are in danger and need help, it is our responsibility to intervene. We must not turn a blind eye to the suffering of others, but must do everything we can to help and protect them. We also have a responsibility to warn people when we see them stumbling down a path that leads to death. That means that we must speak truth, in a loving way, and share wisdom with others to warn them about the dangers that may lie ahead if they continue down that path. If they heed that warning, they will take their place amongst the wise and be rescued from the destruction that would be awaiting them if they successfully followed the foolish path. Finally, let's consider Proverbs chapter 24 verse 16, which says, For the righteous falls 7 times and rises again, but the wicked stumble in times of calamity. This verse reminds us of the resilience and perseverance of the righteous. When the righteous face adversity and trials, they may stumble and fall, but they are able to rise again and continue on their journey. But when the wicked face calamity and difficulty, they are unable to recover and are overcome by their circumstances. It is important for us to be righteous and to persevere in the face of trials and adversity. This will require faith and trust in God to help us through calamity when it strikes. As we conclude today's lesson, we can see that Proverbs 24 is a rich and valuable chapter that offers us wisdom and guidance for living a godly and fulfilling life. May we reflect on these verses and strive to seek wise counsel, speak truth in love when we see others going down a path of destruction, and persevere through hardships. Lord, grant us the grace and strength we need to surround ourselves with wise counsel, share your wisdom with others, and find your strength to rise back up when we fall. Amen. I hope you had a good spiritual workout. If you like this content, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel.